Okay, so I've been sharing this document with you all from the beginning, like this document, what I'm showing on the screen. So it is with the title course details. So as it says, I started my training on May 23rd, 2022. It's been close to 2 years now. In another 4 months, I'll be completing my 2 years. So I started with IAS. IAS is the first part that I took as part of my Azure training. You may ask me why IAS? Why? Because if I start directly from Password, you will not be able to understand the networking part, especially the networking part, because networking is the key component when we are dealing with Azure. So I wanted to ensure that networking part is being covered properly in my IAS classes. And even in IAS classes, I wanted to ensure the always on because we cannot create always on Password. So that's the reason I started with IAS. And on IAS, I took nearly 6 or 7 different types of always on. And then I went with SQL clustering and a bit of migration, like not a kind of migration, like how to create or how to set up always on between um, on premises and the Azure VMs. In the similar fashion, how to create distributed availability groups between on-premises and DAG. So as you can see, I'm saying this this link contains 30 videos. So if you open this up, and also I'm sharing one more document along with the first document, what I told. So this is the document where I mentioned like the dates. So as I told you, I started it from May 24th. So this is day one, and then day one always on networking introduction. Day three, so basics of indexes, domain controller, creation. So all this adding a mission. So everything, if you wanted to start from IAS, so this is the first link I can say. So let me show you if I open this link up. I mean, I can click on this because I have the access. Even you have the access as well. So let me share this. So inside IAS part 1, I have all these videos. Of course, this is not on date base. So I started it on date basis for you. Okay, so I sorted out this on dates. So that dates are here, as you can see inside this document. So IAS contains two links. IAS contains two links. This part 1 contains 30 videos and part 2 contains 7 videos. Okay, so if you have any questions inside IAS with respect to IAS, let me know. It's just like how to access my videos. So the first thing is IAS. Start with IAS because it gives you the interaction part, like how I started with the Azure world, and it contains many important things as well. As I told you, it covers entirely on always on clustering and networking and a bit of Active Directory. So that is the part what we have inside IAS. Okay, even the part 2, when I open up the part 2, show you the part 2. It has 7 videos only. And in these 7 videos, we have site-to-site VPN between on-premises and Azure that is there. And point-to-site. Point-to-site is one more the way of connecting a personal machine or one machine to the Azure world. So I've shown 3 different types. Like there are 3 different ways to achieve point-to-site. I've shown all the 3 different types as well. And finally, if you see at the very bottom, so there is always on between on-premises and Azure, and there is distributed availability groups between on-premises and Azure. So everything is there. And I've just introduced the private endpoints, like what are there are 2 types of endpoints. So I discussed about the service endpoints and private endpoints at the very last of my IAS classes. So these are the 30 or 37 videos. In total, I guess it is 37 videos, 30 and 7, 37 videos, what we have inside IAS. So if you are having time, so please start it from IAS. If you don't have time, I will let you know how to follow. That is the other way. So if you have time, my sincere request is start from IAS. I know each class is around 60 to 90 minutes, but if you can, speed that up by changing the speed to 2x or 1.5x, you can quickly complete that. It's not that you have to listen at the normal speed, because I'm just talking plain English. So you can understand it if you can increase the speed. That's what I do for many of the videos if I watch anything. So any questions with these two links? Okay. So then after that, I started PaaS. So PaaS, in the PaaS world, we have something called as managed instance in Azure SQL. So inside this managed instance, we have 31 videos. Let me show you that part. So all these sessions are ordered. It's already ordered in this document. Complete sessions.doc contains dates. So you can follow them based on dates. Everything is there based on dates. So I completed part 2. So part 1 is done. So as I told you, IAS part 2 is there. Okay. So, and then coming to manage instance. So I've mentioned clearly manage instance. So this is the PaaS. So you may have a doubt like the gap of almost 1 month. So if you see here, July 14th is the date what it is showing. And after that, it starts at August 15th. So why that the gap of 1 month? Because those were the days where my kid has holidays. So I was not teaching at that time. So I started PaaS again from August 15th. So again, this document contains classes based on dates. Everything is sorted based on dates. So this goes continuously. So Azure Managed Instance, we have 31 videos, and all of the videos, you can watch them in a serial fashion by starting from August 15th. And these are the dates for all those classes. Everything is based on dates only. LRS, the Azure Data Studio offline, online migration, and then Azure Managed Instance link, everything is there. Every different migration, what I took, everything is there based on dates. Okay, it went up to October 3rd. It went up to October 3rd. And after that, I didn't take Azure SQL at the very next moment. I took performance tuning. You may get a doubt like why performance tuning all of a sudden. It is because if I wanted to teach something on Azure SQL, because on Azure SQL we have by default in automatic index tuning. So if I make use of that feature, if you don't have knowledge on indexes, it is not possible for me to teach classes on performance tuning. So that's why I started taking classes on performance tuning. And it's very important to understand the basics of indexes. So that is the reason I took this part in performance tuning, where we discussed about indexing architecture, seek, scan, lookup, various operators inside the execution plan, and some real world examples like how to understand seek, scan, key lookups, and RID lookup, or the different kinds of operators what we have. And finally, some covering indexes and filter indexes. Like we have two types of indexes, right? When we make use of non-clustered, we can have included columns, or we can have the non-clustered index directly, covering indexes. So all those things were being covered inside part 1. So part 1 is like kind of basic introduction to performance tuning. And after that, I started with performance tuning part 2, where I explained something, a bit of advanced topics, like the difference between in versus between. If you use in class and if you use between class, how it works and how to create indexes for in those situations. And then implicit conversions. This is very important, guys. Implicit conversion, it happens in real time and it really hampers the performance. Try to watch this video, especially implicit conversion and statistics basics. Somebody ping me just a session. If you upload an Excel file, it would be great. For now, I feel it's sure. So I will try to prepare an Excel file based on dates again. So you can watch that Excel file also. Not a problem. I'll do that. Okay, so this part, performance tuning part 2, it contains like 10 or 8 videos, whatever it is, whatever what you are seeing here. So these are the videos what I prepared inside
Hey,
performance tuning part 2. Yeah.
hey, sorry to bother you. A quick
No.
request, one request. I think you were not added those YouTube videos in these documents, right? Whichever you uploaded publicly
No,
for
it is
public.
there. It is there. For example, I will show you.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
Let me show you this part. Let me open YouTube first. And if I go to my videos, so this is how it appears for me. For me, it will not appear for you because I signed in with my account and I am the owner. So that is the reason I am seeing like this. But for you, it will be a different case. Let me pick a video for example, for instance. Um, let me go to the old page. Bit old. Okay. So for example, see this point to site using Radius authentication and Azure Active Directory. So this is one of the videos what I uploaded onto YouTube, right? So you can find the same video. So this is part of IAS. So I can show you that same video. So the same thing, point to site using Radius authentication and Azure Active Directory. You need not refer my YouTube. You need not refer my YouTube. YouTube, I uploaded, I think 50 to 55 videos in public mode so that people will get to know what I am teaching. You need not refer any YouTube video of mine. You can directly watch the videos based on the dates like what I shared here. Or else someone asked, I will prepare an Excel sheet. So you can make use of that Excel sheet as well. So it is no reason for you to touch my YouTube channel. It's not required because all the classes, what I have done, it's there inside the videos. Okay, Srikanth. Okay. For instance, again, covering and filtered indexes with examples. Just now we discussed, right? So if you see here, come down. So where is that? Inside, it will be in part 1. Covering and filtered indexes with examples. Same thing. Okay. In now coming to part 2, I think I uploaded 1 or 2 videos in part 2. In every video section, I uploaded few videos in public mode. In every links, whatever what I shared, there are few videos on public mode. If you wanted to look from YouTube, you can watch that. But as I said, it's not possible for you to follow in that order. So that is the reason you have to follow this document. I will prepare an Excel sheet as well, and I will share that content with you as well. So finally, we are on to Azure SQL. And if you are finding gaps between the dates, it means I have not taken any classes during those days. So don't think that I have missed or skipped something. For example, I was not able to carry on continuously during certain times. So that is the reason we have few gaps here, especially with Azure SQL. Okay, so that is how it went. That is how it went. And it went up to April 5th, 2023. So again, I'm showing you content availability groups. It's there on YouTube as well. So let me show you content availability groups. Yeah, this is parameter sniffing. And where is content? Yeah, how to create content availability groups. Okay, so that is there. So every video, whatever what I took, it is there till April 5th. And after April 5th, I started uploading the contents onto private mode on YouTube. Why I did it? Because many people started distributing my videos and it went into many hands. So to stop that, I stopped uploading my videos onto Google Drive and started uploading them onto YouTube private mode. Okay, that is the reason for me to stop that. Coming back to YouTube videos, okay, so I started it from April 18th. And if you try to click on this link, for example, I share this link. I'll let you know, Srikanth. I don't know. I will let you know, Srikanth. For example, this is the link what I shared. If you try to click on this link, it may not play you directly. Okay. As YouTube, let me show you like the various way we can store the data on YouTube in private mode. So if you can see here, I have three modes in YouTube. Okay. One is public. The second one is unlisted. And the third one is private. Private means you can watch that video only if you are signing in into the YouTube with the Gmail account of what you shared with me. Okay, if you have signed in with another account, for example, for instance, if you are signed in into YouTube with some other account, and if you try to click on this link, YouTube, the links what I've shared, it won't play for you. This is very, 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 very important. Again, I am saying sign in into YouTube with the Gmail account of what you have shared with me. If you have shared some xyz@gmail.com and if you have signed in with abc@gmail.com, it won't work. You have to log in, or sorry, sign in with xyz@gmail.com. And then you have to click on this link. You have to make use of these links only. It's not possible for you to watch these videos on YouTube because these are not public. These are private. If you have links, then only you will be able to access these videos. If not, it's not possible. Is this clear? This is very, very, very important. Many people were having doubts with this part only. They are saying, okay, they have kept they've shown the image where they have shown me that, okay, these are the videos that are available on the YouTube and how I can access that or something like that. So I'm saying you again, it's not possible to access my videos without having these links. That is first thing. And it is not possible if you're not signed in with the Gmail account of what you have shared with me. Okay, you have to follow this order. For instance, this is class 1 on April 18th. This is class 2 on April 19th. And if you see class 4, that means class 3 is in public mode. Okay. I know these are, there will be few confusions, but if you have any questions, I can definitely address that. So all these are in private mode, and the bottom, I made few classes in public mode. For example, class 3, I made this as public. So for public, you need not do anything. For private, you need to sign in with the Gmail account. Otherwise, you will not be able to play my private videos. Any questions now? Because this is very important. These are based on dates again, 18th, 19th, and then class 3, and then class 4 on May 2nd, May 8th. So from here, you'll get lot of gaps. Okay, maybe in few months, I have not even taken classes also. So, but I ordered it based on dates only and based on the class numbers as well. So you can just refer this document and you can follow that order. But there is no need for you to follow in this order because these are kind of random. Like basically these are random sessions. So you can follow in any order, but if you want, you can follow this order, like the classes, dates, class numbers and the dates that what you are seeing on my screen. Please let me know if you have any questions. Anyone can test this now if you wanted to. If you're not able to play the private videos, so as I told you, please sign in into the YouTube with the Gmail account that you have shared with me, and then make use of these links. Click on this link. You can definitely see that video getting played. And one more thing, it's not possible for these videos to get. You cannot download it. It's not possible. You can download my Azure videos. Those are 104 what you have at the beginning. So these are downloadable. You can download them and you can watch them at any time. But from here, private videos, it's not downloadable. And you can view online anytime. If you have free time, you can watch it like based on your needs, you can watch it any time of your day. These are private videos and it is not downloadable. And you cannot view my videos on YouTube directly. You have to have these links to access them.
Actually, we can make a playlist.
Yeah, playlist is there, but for private videos, for instance, I will show you that also.
Even for private videos, it is available.
Playlist, I did make few playlists. For example, Azure interview questions and answers. So I tried to keep playlist here, but I got few issues. Many people told me that they are not able to access the videos if I make any playlist. So only public is working for me. I don't know. If you can help me, I will definitely can create that playlist. For some reason, it is not working for few people.
Actually, I have opened individually and I have created playlist in my direct account. So
Okay.
it is accessible through mobile also.
Okay, if that is possible, definitely I can do that. The playlist, I can sort out for you. But usually, as these are kind of random sessions, I didn't create any playlist, and I'm just following this documentation. So if you have any better suggestions, I can take them up and I can give you based on those suggestions as well.
Okay.
Any Excel? Yes, Excel, I can take that up and I will show you that content. Any other questions?
Yeah, Vamshi, are you uploading this document in that mail? That is a group, that is, sorry, Drive.
It's there on Drive. It's there on Drive, but few people, as again, there are few differences because I requested few people to pay the full amount and have given time for them. So they are not able to access these videos and they have some confusions. So it is there on Google Drive. If it is not, again, I will do one thing. I will ping this document to our WhatsApp group so that you can directly access it. Every time if it gets updated, you need not worry. You can just access that pinned document. That will be easy for you.
Okay, you can do it.
Yeah.
Last class is 41, right?
Last class is 42, where I've shown DBA tools, and I took 2 sessions after this, but I didn't record. As I told you, it is my real-time production service, so I can't record those servers. I cannot expose them, so I didn't record that. But my plan is even to show you my workload, like how I solve my real-world problems, so that you can make use of them. But as I told you, because of the distribution, I got scared to record my real-time production servers. So I'm not in a position to record them, but you can watch them if required. I mean, if time permits. I can't help you on that part, unfortunately.
Yeah, Vamsi, I saw that one, and it's great when you saw on the live production. And I agree. I mean, still, if not said, people still don't record this kind of. That's my personal suggestion.
Yeah, I'm
Because
not doing that.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah,
That-
if it gets distributed for some reason, I will be gone case.
Yeah.
So
True.
I can't take that risk, but I can show you if I am able to solve any tricky in performance tuning thing or any high availability issue or whatever it is. Definitely, I can show you that part. I'm more interested in showing that up. I am not hiding anything, but only thing is I can't record that. That is the only thing. That is the drawback. What I can say. Okay, still I have plans to take 52 more sessions. 52. Note that number. I wanted to make this final count as 200 and interview questions also 200, because if you let me show you that interview part. Inside this link, of course I've shared the link so you can access that link, but just to show you up, there is something called as questions part 10, part 9, part 8, part 7. So we have 10 parts, 10 text files. Each text file contains 10 videos. Sorry, 10 questions. Okay, 10 questions. So I am having plans to make them as 200. So apart from this 100, you will get even 100 more questions.
Vamsi, do you have any plan to answer those interview questions?
What I shared today in the chat, this one, right? I told you that I am planning to take a session on these questions, right?
Yeah, this is okay, but which you have already noted.
These 100 questions, you're talking about these 100 questions?
Correct, yeah.
You want me to take a class on these questions? Because I've given the answers. For example, if I open this up, the answers are there. But still, if you have any questions or if you're not able to understand, definitely I can take a session on these 100 questions. It's already there with answers, right?
Okay, so if you have any answers, then that is...
It's there. Answers are there. It's clearly written. But I'm saying if you are not able to understand the answers and if you still require any assistance from my side with respect to these answers, I'm okay to do that as well.
Thank you. So if I have, someone has any doubt in that, so
Yeah, you are more than welcome. I'm even surprised because I didn't hear any doubts from these 100 questions from any one of you. I don't know whether you have really went through all these questions or it's
Not a single one. Vamsi, that's the reason. Because the time is the enemy.
Yeah,
to
I
be
do
honest.
agree. I do agree. But if you are appearing for interviews, because I'm not sure how many of you are really appearing for interviews. If you're appearing for interviews, just give a glance of those 100 questions. And one more thing, last but not least, I'm sharing some 10 videos, interview videos as well. For example, So if I'm sharing something like this, it is not something very different. So these, I just prepared a playlist. I can say a kind of playlist for those who are appearing for interviews, and I'm giving this. And out of this 10 videos, interview part 10 videos, 7 of them are in private mode, 3 of them are in public mode. As I told you, if it is in private mode, you have to sign in into the YouTube with account of what you have shared, and then click on this link so that it will get played. There will not be any problems. So I'm
So
separating this.
are these links in that document?
This document, if you want, I can do that, because if you see here, the problem I am letting you know, interview questions is there, right? Part 4, part 5, part 6, part 8. Of course, this is class 14 is in public mode. So since it is little bit clumsy with respect to interview questions, I just prepared this list and I'm giving this with people who are appearing for interviews, because I'm not sure how many of you are really appearing for interviews. So if you're appearing for interviews, you can make use of this list. This is in ordered fashion. So you can use these 10 videos and these 100 questions. You can come back to me with any of your doubts.
Yeah, could you please update that in the document?
This one, yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, at the bottom, I will update. So this is the tricky thing. So I'm taking too many videos and I don't know how to make them, to make you understand like how to, go on with this video series. It is there, but the problem is some are in public and some are in private, especially the videos which have started from April last year. So as you can see, it is at the bottom. So that is the reason I said public uploaded videos on performance tuning and interview questions. So for public, you need not do anything. Just you can click on that link, it will play. But for private, you have to sign in into the YouTube, and then you have to click on these links. What should I do? Like, should I order them like class 1, class 2, class 3?
No issues. So you can directly update, or you can just once again you can share in the group. That would be
Yeah.
fine.
So I'm asking for suggestions. If you want, I can do one thing like class 1, class 2, class 3. It will be in serial fashion. But
I think you can share it in the serial fashion. Yeah, wherever there is a public, maybe you can in the brackets you can mention the public. Rest
that
of
is,
them obviously
yeah,
private.
I will do that. Yeah, I will do that. That is what I thought of doing that as well. So I will add a public keyword at the bottom.
Make it in Excel directly. We can sort it. You can make it in Excel, right?
Yeah, Excel. Excel is definitely, I have to do Excel. So in that Excel, I will add one more column saying that public. Okay, I will add one more column in Excel. So whatever the videos what I uploaded onto YouTube channel, so I will just make them as public. One more column saying that it is public. Where am I? So these are the things, and going forward, I will be uploading only in private mode. I will not upload any videos on public mode. So all my videos, coming 52 videos, will be in private mode only. I don't have any plans to make them as public because I'm done. I already uploaded 55 videos. It's done. So there's no reason for me to again in public mode. So all those upcoming videos will be in private mode. Any questions? Actually, my manager is calling me. I have to fly over there. So if you have any questions, let me know.
Thanks a lot, Vamshi, for sharing all this valuable information. First of all, these many videos you have shared, but we have not, I think I have not completed all of them, but
I know, I'm telling you honestly, maybe 1 or 2 persons may have completed all my videos, but rest of the 370 or whatever the number, I'm pretty sure you're not even touched maybe 10 or 15. I can say you that.
Yeah.
But I'm letting you know, very important thing, guys. The classes what I took after the Azure, those sessions are on performance tuning. Okay. So that is the reason I'm telling you again and again, concentrate on the videos which are here, like class 1, class 2, whatever that is there after my Azure training. Those sessions are related to performance tuning, and I took sessions. I prepared demos that is almost equivalent to real time. So as I told you, one of our mates, when he approached me, I watched my video to resolve the deadlock issues. For example, this one, for instance, I watched my video and I provided solution to him. Okay. So, and even the last class, what we had, I think it is like performance issue for store procedure that was running from 35 minutes. I brought it down to 4 minutes. And the reason, as I told you, anyone knows the reason? Like, what was the reason for 35 minutes to 4? Yeah, this one, constant compute scalar operators, because of the scalar functions. Okay, I think even scalar functions, I mentioned this in my performance tuning session. Let me show you that part as well. Very, very important. So those classes and performance tuning part 2 are very important if you wanted to really achieve a good command on performance tuning. This part, performance tuning part 2. If you don't know anything about indexes and if you wanted to start from the scratch with respect to performance tuning, start from part 1. So part 1, you have indexing, seek scan, some critical operators and basic examples. And part 2 will be a kind of in-depth. So I've provided solutions for blocking, IO latches, sort operations, scalar functions. See this one, I already mentioned scalar functions. And I told you that I made use of this word also, parallelism inhibitors, means stopping parallelism. What are the things that stops you from your query getting executed parallelly? So all these things are already there. But the problem is many of you have not watched because of your time constraints. I do understand, but content is already there. It's just you need to take them up and eat them up. Food is there ready for you. It's ready made. So you just need to.
That's the reason we are most delaying, Vanshi. That's what I understood. As you are already there, we have it. We are not doing it. I feel ashamed that you are taking classes. You're taking sessions whenever you are eager to share us, but we are not giving that much effort. That's what I feel always when you share these videos and all. I feel it. And hope so after this, I have to start this. At least what you're saying, this performance tuning, I have to complete.
Yeah, at least
And
focus on
actually,
performance tuning. Yeah.
you by listening to your classes, I can see, we have that, we say brand, right?
Hmm.
Brand in some quality, some iPhone or any brand. By
Hmm.
listening to your videos, we will also get such brand,
So if you
we
wanted
can
to
differentiate.
express this in film cinematic style, I can say Pushpa, the brand, the climax scene of Pushpa, I can address this. Like
Yeah.
I got your intention, but see, my request is going forward as a DBA, we should focus mainly on performance tuning. If you can do that, most of your jobs will be secured. I can say that part. Even if AI is coming and it's taking up our jobs, it can't do much with performance tuning. Even if you ask ChatGPT now, write a code or do something, it will give you some suggestions, but it can't give you the exact solution. It's not possible. It's a human brains that needs to be there all the time. Okay, so if you wanted to be safeguarded in this competitive world, you have to be good with performance tuning. That is the reason I'm taking these many classes with respect to PT. Otherwise, I would have said, okay, it's done. That's not my intention. Yeah.
There are two questions to me. One is one question which I got recently on interview last week, and the other question is from your part 6. There is a third question. What do you understand with the term forwarded HS?
Okay.
Will it
Yeah.
include the tables? I tried to read the answer, but I could not able to understand.
Okay.
And the second one is the interview question is there is a database which is migrated from 2016 to 2019, and all the databases are in compatibility mode has changed to 2019. All reports are working for all the database except for one database where the report is lagging beyond 4 to 5 minutes. Earlier on 2016, it used to complete within less than a minute. That's so.
Okay.
I asked him at the interview, at the end of the interview. So what is the answer for that? The answer he has given me is he's changed the legacy cardinality estimator in the database options, which I did not understand.
Oh, cardinality estimator. That is fine because, okay, I will take a session on my production system and I will show you how to understand this, because I can show you how the queries will become regressed if we switch from one compatibility level to another compatibility level. It's a very big topic, okay, and it's not possible for us to understand each and everything. Let me show you that part. And forwarded fetches, one thing, how to identify forwarded fetches, first of all, that is the first thing what I shared in my list. Forwarded fetches are nothing but it happens only with heap tables, guys. First thing first, forwarded fetches happens only with heap tables. It will not happen with clustered indexes, means clustered tables. It will never happen. That is first thing. And if you are seeing too many forwarded fetches, it leads to SOS scheduler yield wait types. Those two are interconnected. That is the reason I brought this question up. Like, what is this? Yeah. What do you understand with the term forwarded fetches? Will it happen for all the tables? That was my question. So the answer is forwarded fetches happens only with heap tables. It will not happen with cluster tables. And to identify that, there is one query. I think that is also there as part of our interview questions. You can do that. And let me tell you honestly, on one of my production servers, I'm seeing CPU issue. So when I went and I found out that using Blitz tools, again, I'm using Blitz tools. Inside the Blitz tools, I got a warning message saying that forwarded fetches, too many forwarded fetches. So when there are too many forwarded fetches, you need to rebuild them or you need to create cluster index. Creating a cluster index, I don't think it is possible in real time. So at least you need to rebuild them. So I created a job for that. And after doing that rebuilding job for those tables, list of tables which are having that forwarded fetches problem, my CPU usage went down. And I am not getting SOS scheduler yield weights now. So those two are interrelated. The class is there. I prepared a demo for that. I'll show you that part also. As I said, I'm having plenty with me. I have too many things with me. The problem is you have to take that content from me. Okay.
Vamsi, sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, go ahead.
You said that you rebuild. So in heap table, what you rebuild?
So there is just a simple command. It's just alter table name rebuild. That's it.
Okay.
There are no indexes, right? So let me show you that command. Heap table rebuild. It's there from 2012, I believe, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, I do know because I asked this question to one of our panels and they were not able to answer that at that time, long time back. Heap table rebuild. So it's just alter table name rebuild. As you can see, alter table name rebuild. That's it. There are no indexes, so you can't do much. And the ideal way is to create the cluster index on that heap tables, but some people will not allow us to make any changes to the table. So if that is the case, at least you can try this. As I said, I'm having plans to demo on that. Yeah.
And one more thing, can we see this forwarded,
yes,
whatever the name actually, without any tool?
Without any tool, I searched on the internet. It looks little clumsy to fetch that information. So that's the reason I went ahead with Blitz, but I will share that command also. I'll share that. That is there. The query is there with me, but I found that it's not giving the exact information. So that's the reason I didn't take that up. And here is the answer for your question. So how will you identify forwarded fetches across all the databases and how to avoid them? So as I told you here, there are few ways. As I mentioned, there are few ways, but the simplest is just run this command.
Okay.
That's it. If you run this command and either you have to create cluster index or you have to rebuild that. So that is about forwarded fetches.
Honestly, one more last question point. In the part 3, there is a question without downtime. How do you change from big and int from int to big and int on a one?
If you are, yeah, go ahead with your question. Yeah, sorry to break you.
You said, sorry, no problem. In that you said you enabled compression on the table, no matter it's a row or page. So, and for all NCI, non-clustered indexes, you mean on the entire table or on a specific column where the non-clustered index
okay.
is?
So I wrote an article on that question. So I had a situation. So let me tell you, big int. To make this one. Okay, so I got a situation, very tricky situation. It's a very big table and he needs to change from int to big int. So developers, they will just run, if they have permissions, what they will do, they will say alter table, table name, alter column, begin not null. So if you do that, and I have written this previous post also, where the log file has grown up to 340 GB, I think. In this link, you will get that information as well. So I was like, what should I do to make this as instantaneous, and at the same time, it should not be taking too much of log file, both the things. So I read from 2016. I read that there is a technique from 2016 where if you can follow these steps, the steps what I have listed over here, it will work instantaneously. Means when I say instantaneously, it means it's called as, in SQL Server, we call it as metadata operation. Internally, we are doing like partition switch. Partition switch is also metadata operation. So if you wanted to have instant results for changing the data types from int to big int, or from certain data types are there, from varchar to nvarchar, there are some data types that I will show you. So if you can do this, if you can follow this approach, it will be super fast. And coming to your doubt, so how about the non-cluster indexes? If I have too many non-cluster indexes, what should I do? You have to, there is no other go, unfortunately. You have to enable compression on each and every non-cluster index, whatever what you have on the table. For entire, all your non-cluster indexes, you have to do that.
Okay.
No other go.
What if the int number is a sequential number, like 1, 2, 3, 4?
No, it's not. You need not follow any order. For example, if my table is having 13 non-cluster indexes, okay, you have to run this command on each and every non-cluster index. So you have to say alter index, index 1 on table name, index 2, table 2, table 1, index 3, table 1, index 4. So you have to do that for all the indexes. You need not follow any order. You can do it in any order. Yeah, there is a pain associated with this, but compared to the pain what you are going to get, this one is very simple. So if you have any doubts, test this on your development environments, or if you have any bigger tables, if you can create that, you can test this out, because I really tested this on my production system, and that is the reason I wrote this article. And you literally speaking, from 340 GB, it just consumed 4 GB. And 6 replicas went out of sync. You know, when he ran that command, we are having DAGs in my previous company, and this simple command, it ruined the entire system. So developers, they don't know that there are some techniques that a DBA can do what they don't know. Okay, it's not possible for them to know few things, and it is not possible for us to know few things. So and luckily I am on the other side. So that's the reason I brought this up. See, why I'm mentioning these questions, there is just a second. Why I'm mentioning these questions, because if you're appearing for interviews, you should be different from others. You should not be one among others. So you should differentiate yourself from others. So if you can answer something like this, it gives very good impression. It's not that easy that everyone can answer these kind of answers for these questions. So that is not the case. So if you can answer something like this, that makes you a very different person. I want everyone in my group to read these questions, and they can project these kind of answers for the people. You are the champ. You are going to be the champions. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was asking, like, what was that background of questions regards to that? Sorry, I missed the earlier one. So
1 second, just typing she's, because my manager was asking me something. So
sure, no problem.
This is my office hours, but still someone was asking me today, like, how you are managing, because there is not much pressure when it comes to my office environment. So I'm lucky enough. Okay, done. Yeah, the history behind this is, let me show you that part so that you can understand. Begin. Say. Not partitioning. What is that? Something I did. 1 second. It's been a long time. I stopped writing articles. Performance. I think this is the one. No. I forgot the keyword, so I'm not able to find it. Let me search with this only and I will go there. Yeah, this one. And see this line, what makes you special from others is to keep your knowledge up to date. Okay, so this and lessons that needs to be known. Okay, I'll search with this lessons. This is the article. Okay, so this guy developer, he ran this statement: alter table, table name, alter column, big int, not null. He wants to change from int to big int. And as I told you, my environment is part of DAG and it has 6 replicas. So it started from 2 GB. The log file was initially 2 GB and it went ahead and it has grown from 2 GB to 300 GB. Now the problem is the same log record has to get transferred from one data center to another data center, right? If it is always on each and every replica, the data needs to get transferred from one replica to another replica. So this is across the data centers. So for 300 GB, I need to transfer. Okay, so it almost caused outage for us, almost. So he didn't told me that he's going to run that command. He just ran it on the fly. And also he has permissions to do that because he got DB owner access. He thought it can be done very simply by running that command, but that is not the case. And let me tell you, so this was the solution what I carried out. Okay, so even if you read my articles, like what I've done, it gives you the detailed use case or cases. Like I can say this like a case study. You can read this entirely. So this is what I prepared. So if it is in full recovery model, okay, from 2 GB it went to 235 GB. Even when I switched from simple to simple recovery model, this I have done by breaking the always on and I removed the database from always on. So it went up to 235 GB. Okay, even after placing my DB in simple recovery model also. So what should I do? I have to make the DB as simple recovery and also I have to make use of tab lock to achieve this. When I use tab lock and simple recovery model, then only it took 1200 MB. So if you don't want to follow this one, what you can do is you can enable compression, the technique what I was discussing previously. If you do that, it will be easier. So we have 2 approaches here. When you wanted to change data type from int to big int on a always on database with the biggest table like 2 terabytes or 3 terabytes, there are 2 ways. One is you have to remove the database from always on, take that into simple, and you have to use tab lock int, like by following the above procedure. This is one way. The other way is you can run it as a metadata operation, but you have to create compression either at row level or page level for your entire table. That is another way. Okay, so these are real-time cases, guys. So if you can talk like this in interview, it's a different story altogether.
Hey, Vamsi, quick request. If you can share this link in a WhatsApp group.
This is inside my blog. So my blog is there already. If you want, okay, I can do that as well. I've written few. I can do that. That's not a problem. But even in my blog, I have few interesting articles. So all these articles are real-time scenarios of what I faced. Previously, I used to write blogs. Nowadays, I'm taking classes. But even these are helpful. Even I worked on Grafana. I thought of making a big solution, just like Ajay, what is his name? Ajay Dwivedi. I don't know his name. His name is Ajay. So what he has done is he made use of Grafana to create a monitoring system on his servers. We can do that as well. So for example, this one, what I did is I made use of Grafana and I made use of all the servers. I kept it one place and I created a kind of report. That also we can do. We can create a real-time monitoring system. If you want, you can just say this in interviews. There are many articles in my blog also. Like I have done all these things, but nowadays I'm not working much on Grafana because there is other stuff that I need to do. So that's why I stopped working on Grafana. So these are the things, guys. So I will prepare an Excel with all the dates, and I will add an extra column saying that it is available in public mode. You can watch them on YouTube or you can watch here based on your needs. Okay, questions? So it's like the meals are there in front of you. It's just you just need to eat it. That's it. You don't need to do anything else. Just go and watch the videos based upon your needs. If you are appearing for interviews, go and watch those 10 videos and read those 100 questions. If you are really wanted to improve yourself or improve your knowledge with performance tuning, as I told you, watch my sessions on performance tuning and that these links what I'm showing. That classes what I took after my Azure content. All these things.
Vamsi.
Yeah.
Vamsi, anything related to Numa node or something? In our
Numa node, I didn't talk anything on Numa node till now, but practically showing a demo on Numa node is very difficult, bro. I can talk something on that part. I can do that, but see, my intention is if I teach something, it has to be a practical demo.
Right.
So all my classes are like that. If I talk something, definitely there will be a practical session. So if I talk theoretically, saying that, okay, Numa is an architecture and SMP is different architecture and Numa nodes is there, memory cache is there inside each Numa node, who will understand all those parts? It's there on the internet already there. So that is my problem. So I wanted to, if I'm taking something, it has to be practically, and I have to show it practically. Yeah. Any other stuff? Did you understand finally like how to watch my video series? That is the most important thing.
Yes.
Okay, so if you have any questions, even after watching this video, you can ask me, no problem. And I'm almost answering all the questions in our group. Almost. There are a few questions that are unanswered, but still I'm answering almost all the questions. If you are aware of few answers, like if I'm missing something, you can add those answers as well. It's not that I have to answer all the questions. If you are interested, like for example, Abhinav Tiwari, he used to pass few answers, and Kalin is one more person where he comments something when it is required. So you can add that part as well. So it's just this group is there to help each other. It's not that I have to teach and you have to learn. If you know something, you can take session as well. Like that person is there, right? I forgot his name. One guy took 4 sessions on ADF. What's his name? Oh my God. Very bad at remembering names. Sorry, he's a senior person. He has around 20 years of experience. So he took 4 sessions on ADF. I will add those sessions to our group as well. I mean, in this document, in that Excel sheet, to be very precise. Anything else? Okay.
Anything you can teach on PowerShell?
PowerShell, we are doing it now. The entire migration, I told you, right? So our 42-second is, I just started like how to install DBA tools and how to do this. That is one session what I took. In the previous videos, if you want, there is one thing on introduction of DBA tools. I've done something in the past as well. So I can talk more on DBA tools rather than PowerShell, because PowerShell, if I start taking classes on PowerShell, that is a different thing altogether. Development is something very different. It's not related to troubleshooting, right? So I can't take entire PowerShell, but anything important. Okay, let me tell you what I am trying to achieve. I'll show you one thing. I am a subscriber for O'Reilly. So that is why I read many books. If you ask me where I am getting all this stuff, I read many books, many books. So I will teach the important contents inside this book. It's titled, I already shared, I think, but again, I'm showing you. If you have free time, it's strongly recommended to read this book when you wanted to leverage DBA tools with respect to PowerShell. This is the most useful book for DBS. Most useful. Okay, even you can create inventory by reading this book. So my intention is to show the important topics inside this book for you. I will cover DBA tools, not PowerShell. Nothing but DBA tools will work based on PowerShell. So all the important things I will cover inside this book. So these are the contents. Oh, sorry, not the content. Where is that? Contents. Yeah. So all these things I will show you. Logins, users. So even if you see here, inventorying your SQL estate. So how to fetch a report across all your servers. That I can do. I'll create 3 or 4 servers, but in real time, there will be plenty. You have to think that you just need to think that there are many servers and you are just running that script. Okay. This I can show you. Things that are useful for us. Databases, jobs, like things, whatever what they have listed, I can show you that part. It will be like this, a report like this. Anything that you are looking for apart from my classes, what I've planned? But as I told you, it will take time. It will take time. I can't take classes on daily basis. It's not at all possible. That things, whatever what I'm teaching, I have to prepare a lot for this. These are high level topics. It can't be done on the fly. So I need certain time to read those contents for myself, and then I can show that up. Okay, if you don't think that I am skipping or doing something, I am not that kind of person. I wanted to give my best. I will take some time, but definitely I will show you the important parts with DBA tools as well.
So this DB tool is an open source tool?
Open source tool. You can run it from anywhere. So that's the reason I told on the Jump server, you can install DBA tools. It's a module. Just install that module and you can play with that module. You can get many things, many things. It's beyond your imagination, I can say, if you can work on DBA tools. That is the reason I'm asking you to read this book and buy this book if possible. If not, at least read this book. I will try to teach the important things inside this book because that gives me an opportunity to work on different things. Like I can show you, because I didn't work on these things using DBA tools. I worked with my own PowerShell scripts, but using DBA tools, it's very easy. So if there is, I don't want to reinvent the wheel. If it is already there, just try to make use of that, right? So that we can do. That is my plan. Anything else? The register servers, as you can see, you can register all these servers at one shot. If you have anything, just run this command. You can register all your servers at one place and you can work on those things as well. So that is the beauty of DBA tools. I will show you whatever the things, whatever that is important, I can share that with you. And I think I have shared few important scripts as well. Let me talk about that part. For example, this one, okay, this part, this script, it's super important. Why it is super important? Because every time when you are doing or working on always on, the first step is to check whether it is primary replica or not. If it is primary replica, execute that job. Otherwise, skip that job. That is what you should do. So there should be a logic to write that as a first step for all your jobs. So how can you write that as a first step? So this script is there for you to help that part. Just run this script. If you create this script, it will add a logic where it creates a job step across all your jobs, checking whether it is primary replica or not. So this is very important in real time. If you want, I can talk about those scripts later as well, but it's already there. There are few other scripts. Blocking, if you wanted to monitor blocking, if you wanted to monitor TempDB, I think I have shared the TempDB script as well. Deadlock script I shared. long running jobs alert, something I've shared. Log replay service scripts I've shared. There are a few other scripts. But you have to watch my videos. For example, this one, database forecasting, means capacity planning. Capacity planning can be done using these scripts. These many things are there. The problem is you don't know that these things are there, and you think that, okay, something is there on my Google Drive. That's not the case. I'm leaving now. If you have any questions, you can ping me on WhatsApp.
Sure, Vamsi. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you. Thanks, Vamsi.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Take care, guys. I will take the class on that migration of entire instance using DBA tools. I mean PowerShell. It will be tomorrow or day after tomorrow. I need to prepare that. I'm almost there. Once I'm done, I will let you know. Okay. Take care then.